Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Famous Matches of Magic channel. This is the finals of Pro Tour Barcelona that took place in 2001. This is episode number 12, titled Going for the Three-Peat. This is an epic matchup. It is limited, and this is Invasion Planeshift Apocalypse Draft. Kai had already won 2 Pro Tours this season. If he wins this one, it would be 3 within 365 days, which is completely unprecedented.
Germany's Kai Budde is simply the most dominant player to ever play on the Pro Tour. He was a dominant player on the European Grand Prix circuit with 3 wins and a finals finish during the 98-99 season, before stepping up to replicate that success on the Pro Tour level. Kai is the lifetime leader in almost every Pro Tour category, including lifetime wins, pro points, money, and Player of the Year titles.
Let's take a look at Kai's deck that he drafted. These players actually pass to each other throughout the draft, which makes this matchup even more interesting. He has 8 flying creatures, most of which cost 4 mana. Voice of All, he has 2 of these, which is a 2/2 flying creature. When it comes into play, you choose a color, and it has protection from that color. And very important is he has 2 Samite Pilgrims, which is a 1/1 creature for 2 mana, and it can tap to prevent any number of damage to a creature, where X is the number of basic land types that you control, which basically he has 1 forest in there just for his Samite Pilgrims. Then he has a couple of tappers in the Stormscape Apprentice and the Beneless Trapper. Now this format is known for being a multicolor format with terrible mana. Now Kai does have one triple land here that is a domain land that when it comes into play you have to bounce another land to your hand, but he does have a couple of counter spells in Exclude. But Kai's deck is pretty solid with the 8 flyers. It's a pretty straightforward blue-white flyers deck. Now Comer is playing what a lot of Magic players will call 4-color green, which is basically a mono green deck that is splashing a bunch of other colors. Now he has lots of bears, or 2 mana, 2 power creatures, 8 of them actually it looks like. So he basically always wants to have a 2-drop. That's the strength of his deck, is that he should always be on the board on turn 2. He also has a Simoon, which should be really good in this matchup, as Kai has lots of 1 toughness creatures, because Simoon does 1 damage to each creature that his opponent has. Now Sabo's Assassin is a bomb in this matchup as well, and Sabo's Assassin says tap to destroy a creature that is the most popular color or tied for the most popular color. So this is easy to pull off in this format. So Sabo's Assassin is a bomb. Vertaloth the Ancient is a very powerful creature as well, and that's a rare. It makes a bunch of Sapperling tokens, so he has lots of very powerful creatures, but they are a little slow, so this should be a very interesting match.
The numbers are simply staggering, and none more so than his 7 Pro Tour victories and 9 top 8 appearances. There is no one even close to Kai when it comes to Pro Tour wins, and he won the Player of the Year title 4 times. That's more times than any other player has ever won a PT. As a member of the Phoenix Foundation, Kai and his teammates won 2 Pro Tours and a Masters Series, and are considered the most formidable 3-player team in the game's history. Kai also chalked up 7 Grand Prix wins, captained the winning German national team in 2002, and won the 2001 Magic Invitational, which was commemorated with the Void Mage Prodigy. All of this combined to earn Kai the fitting nickname, the German Juggernaut.
Let's head down to the match and find out if Kai Budde can take down his 3rd Pro Tour within the same year.
It's those rare legends that I just don't think Kai Budde is going to be able to deal with. Budde's got a couple of tappers that could help with Molimo, and he's got 1 Exclude, which is just going to have to work overtime if Budde's going to have any chance. Alan Comer also has Simoon in his deck.
Be pretty good right now. Oh, those guys are alive.
Yeah, that Simoon would have been amazing there. Comer had to mulligan before this game. It's best 3 out of 5. This is game 1. Comer did have to mulligan and did not have a 2-drop. That's quite unusual.
Oh, so exclude, here you come.
There's Slingshot Goblin.
For the exclude I gave you?
Nope.
Okay,
I'm sorry, sir.
go ahead.
Comer talking about these two players sat next to each other during the draft. Comer was feeding Budde. Comer took Sabo's Assassin from the first pass, passing along an exclude, which Budde took as his second pick, following up his first pick, Vanalis Trapper. Comer then received... So Comer got off to a pretty slow start for him, and Budde has come out of the gates quick.
Slingshot Goblin's going to take out that apprentice pretty soon.
It's true.
Though.
Yeah, Slingshot Goblin's not good news for Kai.
Yeah, Kai's had a really good draw.
Kai's got a good deck. He's got blue-white, plus he's got just a touch of green for Sabretooth Nishoba. He has 2 Voice of All, 2 Pilgrim, a couple of other flyers, a couple tappers.
I take 2.
I'm not sure it's as good a blue-white deck as Dan Clegg's, though.
Yeah, Dan Clegg's deck was absolutely ridiculous.
Dan Clegg, I thought, had one of the best decks at the table, although I think Alan Comer, I think, clearly had the advantage in that matchup.
Yeah.
And I think Comer's got an even bigger advantage in this matchup. Like
Even
I said, I think Budde's deck is just not as good as Clegg's.
Yeah, even though Alan looks to be a little bit behind here, and it is 3 out of 5, so.
Right. Comer clearly has had a weak draw here. But remember, he lost the first 2 games to Clegg.
Right.
Came back from down 0-2 just
Yep.
to get this, just to earn the right to sit at this table.
That's a good feeling. It's a
Coming
good
back
feeling.
from 0-2?
Yeah.
You wouldn't know anything about anyone coming
Yeah,
back from
it's-
0-2, would you?
It's a real confidence booster, that's for sure. Wow, Kai's draw is really good.
Black.
Wow.
Okay,
Protection from black he decides on.
take 2.
Interesting. Does not want to get it
And
killed. He just wants that thing to go beat down.
Slingshot tries and fails to kill the
Yep.
innocent little tapper.
Kill it.
Oh, yep.
yep.
He got him that
Smith.
time.
Here comes...
Meyer.
See, this is funny. This is like the
4-3
same
Meyer Cobbin.
situation
Go.
that Alan ran into in the first couple games with Clegg. It's like you
Where he was taking damage from flyers.
right. You just get a little bit too slow of a start, and
Interesting.
before you know it, you're
Take
what is he at now?
4.
11.
Why don't you know?
Comer 11.
Wow.
Ah.
20.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
precisely how he lost to Clegg in the first 2 games.
Yep.
He took so much flying damage that he got his fatties out. It just wasn't fast enough.
Kai has the Forest in play in his deck, which is actually helping. Samite Pilgrim.
Domain of 3. Still doesn't hold off Meyer Kapu because Comer has a swamp.
No, but I mean, he's content to trade 4 for 4 at this point.
True. It's time for Comer to play something with a gold symbol on it.
Yep.
I'll block him.
Comer
Okay.
could have
Bounce and
Gaia's
stack.
Might here, in theory. Or they could just be bouncing off each other. It's not like Slingshot Goblin was doing much good on
Prevent speed to
defense.
him. And restrains on my cover.
Comer
Okay.
also does have 1 zap in his deck.
Well, that did nothing.
That did nothing. Comer must have something in his
Time for a giant man.
6? See, that's the green sack land,
It's actually
right?
7. That's the red one, so you can get green out of it. So Molimo in the house. Looks like it. Or Volderoth with a kicker.
1 kicker.
Yep.
1
Nice.
kicker.
We have tokens.
All of a sudden,
I
this,
says nice.
all of a
Go.
sudden this race is a little
With the-
chunk.
20.
Sure.
There's an
That guy's
attendant.
pretty good. He blocks. His job in life, trade with Meyer Kavu. Or not
Or,
even.
I mean, Pilgrim.
Yeah, Pilgrim, yeah.
means Comer only has 1 other attack phase after this.
Yeah.
Before those flyers destroy him. All right, here comes the team. I think Budde wins this race, right? 6. Oh, it's a 2-2 Sapperling. Right.
Aggressive edge.
Ooh,
Wow, that's pretty good.
that aggressive urge definitely helps. Right, the Kavu survives
Nice
this
one, sec.
attack phase,
Yep.
and the
Prevents me.
Okay.
Take 8.
I take 8, yes.
Comer 7 with a 12.
Assassin
I
here?
did come out really fast.
No, not
We're
quite.
on Trailblazer. If he wants to win this game. Budde's turn should be pretty straightforward. Fly over with both the flyers. Play
a
any
blocker
blocker
if you
that I
have
have.
it. Yeah.
And then we'll see what Comer's got. Oh, the attendant comes over.
What the heck?
Must have. I mean, it does destroy Trailblazer.
Take 4.
Yep.
He's clearly
12.
must have another blocker.
Comer 3.
Or a repulse or something.
Right. Sure.
Is that really the best course of action there, do you think?
Swinging?
With the tendon, of course the flyers go.
Yeah. Why is it bad? Previous ruins.
Nice land.
Yep. Very
Top
nice.
players have a lot of respect for land. It's one thing I've noticed this weekend.
You go.
The players who are doing better seem to be the players who are drafting land really highly. Well, Comer's put to an interesting decision here. Let's say he does have a removal spell. I mean, if he doesn't have a removal spell, the game's over.
Right.
So, if he does have a removal spell,
Do you go for the win, or
do you go for the Pilgrim and,
Yeah.
and the Throat, or do you play to get 2 attack phases? It's an interesting little question. I do not think I would go for
He's
the
at-
Throat.
Oh.
Blue White's got too many
Oh,
tricks.
you're at 3.
Yep.
Could have a Repulse, could have a Pollen Remedy. What would you do?
It seems so obvious that, oh, I guess he doesn't have a removal spell. Or
No,
maybe he does and he doesn't want to go for the throat.
Right. I think I like this play. I think you swing, and you kill a flyer, and win next turn.
Or just get pollen remedied
Yeah,
out.
or maybe you're going through the motions trying to get Budde to play a card out. So we're going on to game
I'm
2.
gonna block this.
Sure.
Oh, well, that's the game then.
Still
Right,
up?
excluding the
Yeah.
Barbarian means the attendant's coming over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tangle or
Just
no?
a weak draw for Comer.
Tank.
Tangle or no, he says. Comer did at least get to see the excludes. He may not have. I mean, he passed him 1 exclude, I guess. There it is. Kai Budde.
You know, I just remember him as just this doing things that no one thought were possible. I mean, in the early years of the Pro Tour, there was this real competition to see who was going to win, who was going to be the first guy to win 2. You know, I hoped it would be me. You know, John hoped it would be him, I'm sure. Okay, it turned out to be Hovey. But it was year 4 of the Pro Tour before somebody had 2 wins. And, you know, that was thought to be this rare special thing. And then Kai comes out of nowhere and wins 7? It was just insane. And no one could sort of believe that it was going on.
Best 3 out of 5.
Go.
Pro Tour Finals. Comer's going first. Budde mulligan down to 6 cards, but we're off. And there's Stormscape Apprentice again. Like I said, that was Budde's 3rd pick. He first picked Banalish Trapper. Then he took Exclude from the pack that Comer passed him, and then he knew it was all going
Let it
just
go.
fine
Sure.
when he got 3rd pick Stormscape Apprentice. The blue-white all came together. Didn't get a lot of blue-white back in the other direction from Invasion, and I didn't think his deck was all that exciting until Plane Shift came along. But there you see one of the Plane Shift cards he got. He had 2 Pilgrims, 2 Voice of All. He got like 13th pick Aurora Griffin at one point too. Just
Yeah, I really think
Okay.
Alan made a mistake here by not sideboarding in at least one of those Singe or Curse Flash.
yeah. We mentioned he has Samoon in his main deck, but obviously doesn't have it this game, or he
Take it.
would have used it right there.
Budde 18, Comer 19.
At least Comer did have a 2-drop.
Once again, Kai draws the forest, enhancing the healer.
True. That is a nice curve for Budde.
Look at all those things that die to Curse Flash, by the way. Every single one of them.
Do you think he should have sideboarded in Curse Flash for it?
Yeah, jeez. I mean, come on.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
I believe
That's a-
that is Alan's favorite card in all
That's a
of
little
Invasion.
scary, actually, when that
When
guy
the
comes.
Trailblazer comes along?
Yeah.
It is. Oh, the second Swamp.
Oh, boy. Maybe he's just preparing in case.
Yeah, it's not like he needed a Forester Mount.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Probably doesn't signal an assassin. But it certainly enables one.
Kai doesn't know it exists, does he? He hasn't seen it, right?
Correct. Yeah, he seemed a little surprised to see Vertiloff in the first game.
Yes.
Little does he know. once
Sabo's
it comes-
Assassin, historically pretty good against blue-white.
And it's Comer's
Take
what?
2.
4th best rare? Or
Jake's
Yeah.
good at taking damage.
So did he Kai just sit on
Comer
Exclude here at
17.
this point? Maybe not.
Wow.
Sure.
Your turn.
Pilgrim number 2. Comer had the best rare draft ever. So here comes land number 6. This is turn 5 Fatty. That might raise the lone Tower Drake. Let's say my Pilgrims can hold off his bears, but I don't think they can hold off his rares.
He's got a tapper still.
Does have a tap of that. Really only helps against
He's
Molimo.
stuck on land.
Comer looks over, notices that Budde failed to play a turn 4 land. What does that mean? Does that mean Plague Spores, something random?
Could be. Plague Spore's the tapper and the island or
Yeah,
plains
that's
wouldn't
good
be,
anyway.
wouldn't
think
be bad.
He normally might be tempted to play out creatures first. I mean, often you play your creatures, then your removal, but
Sure.
when the removal is Plague Spores,
I guess this is the play then.
Yeah, here it is.
goes for the
Yep.
Tower Drake and the Island.
Yep. It's a fine selection.
Go ahead.
Is it?
Yeah.
Isn't the Tapper, doesn't he want one of Tapper Plains?
Well, I mean, it seems like a lot of the,
Your turn.
Annoying cards are blue.
not only that, but if he's got a giant creature here, he gets
just-
under exclude,
Sure.
right?
But if he's gonna, oh,
Like, if this is Sabo's Assassin, that's totally the correct play.
okay,
Then,
I'll
then,
certainly
then
buy that.
Budde gets a one-turn window to draw an island, basically.
Sabo's Assassin mana.
Oh,
Sabo's Assassin.
Good cards.
Yeah. I saw that in the opening pack and thought maybe I should take that one.
Good choice.
Go ahead.
End of your turn, I'll tap some nomadic off.
Oh, sure.
Right.
right.
Seen two rares.
What's
sort of-
the over-under on number of turns it takes him to scoop? Does he have any way to deal with
Two
that
green
guy?
creatures though. It only gets a Pilgrim right now, right? It doesn't. It only gets one Pilgrim.
Yeah, but Kai can't play creatures.
Oh, well, that might be a problem.
Ever.
I guess that's a problem.
Let me see.
You go.
I wonder if Kai probably took the Obsidian Acolyte out of his deck.
Probably.
He has Repulse. That's about it.
Yeah, we mentioned that one exclude in
You
Buddha's
don't
deck.
need one of those healers.
Really?
Yeah. I just don't think you need that thing.
I'll prevent you to do that one.
Sure. Okay, my attack.
Buddha wants to leave up his mana for like restraint or something. Why is he not immediately capping the mana?
Oh, maybe he's hoping Alan will send that Pneumatic Elf, and he can block with both.
Sure.
Doesn't yeah,
Never
Comer
mind,
wants to
go
have
ahead.
his green creatures die.
Right,
doesn't
that's what
he?
I'm saying. That's why
Nomadic.
Sure.
that's why I was gonna say Budde let him do it.
Yeah, but if Nomadic Elf dies, that's good for
You
Alan.
go.
If Nomadic Elf left the table, so would the Tapper and the Pilgrim.
That's true.
Go.
Comer
End
needs
of
a
your
way to
turn,
kill his
tap the
Trailblazer.
assassin.
You know what? These things are overrated.
There you go.
Go ahead.
Chaos ensues.
These things are overrated.
Flex Spores.
Well, you know, if you hadn't stolen land, I would have just played him.
Would be better for me, I think.
Yeah, Plague Spores was pretty nasty.
Yeah, it was.
Your turn.
Alex Lancer. This is just food for the assassin,
Yeah,
right?
this is ridiculosity time here. I think I just made up a word, by the way.
You don't need that knife.
Nah, ridiculosity's got to be a word. You have an English degree,
I
right?
do.
The fine American education system. Wow. What is Buddha has nothing, right?
He just cannot do anything. I'm looking at his deck list. He has nothing other than drawing an island and repulsing.
and then excluding.
Because I'm almost sure that the Obsidian Acolyte is out of his deck.
He's got to repulse. I mean, he cannot remove. He can't actually kill a creature. He has to repulse and counter.
I
Right?
suppose he could play Voice of All and try to do
Yeah,
something.
Voice Pro Black could race in theory. It's an awfully sketchy
I'll block.
theory.
Rest of it.
Sure.
Oh, and the beats just keep coming.
Not play the land yet, correct?
No, you didn't.
Buddha's just sure.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
Whatever. This is over. Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe Buddha.
He totally.
He's in. I'm going to see as much of your deck as I can mode. I'm sure Comer's smart enough to realize not to show off his other rares too.
We think Comer wins with Pneumatic Elf?
He could play
Ouch.
Vertiloff. That'd be all right.
Budde 18, Comer 16.
Could play some dorks, but I would be shocked if he played Molimo or... oh, there's Voice
Protection
for Black.
Sure.
All right, maybe we
Go.
have a little more action.
No, we don't.
Well, I mean, it may force Comer to commit another creature to the board.
Yeah.
That's what it'll do. I mean,
Get rid of that pesky thing.
kill the pesky thing, serve with the elf. I mean, you don't race elf versus voice. You play something.
Sure.
Take it.
Budde 16, Comer 16.
Oh boy.
He needs a red creature.
He's counting. He's counting his mana.
That's enough for
I'm
Molimo.
not sure I'm going to kill very many more of your guys.
It's green creature.
Green. Oh.
Sure.
Thumbs up. Actually, Kai knows about Molimo, because Kai passed him Molimo.
Right.
That is a much better face than Dan Clegg made when that card landed.
Fortunately for Kai, he doesn't have a route.
That's true.
Budde 16, Comer
Kai's
4.
not in game 5 either.
Route would be awfully handy right here.
Sure.
Your turn.
And the Assassin's pretty much shut down. Comer now has 3 green creatures in play. I mean, he can start killing his own creatures with the Assassin if he really wants to. But
We're looking at 3 saplings a turn, or no?
is he up to 3?
Almost.
He's one
Is it
short.
8 land?
8 lands.
Yeah.
Razorfoot want to block one of my guys? Sure. That's
Right.
essentially a trade, since now the Assassin can kill the
Take 6.
Razorfoot.
Budde 10, Comer 14.
Kill it. Revenge.
Oh, 3 a turn.
Wow.
Go.
Good grief.
The good news is, it's
You
only
can
going to be
make-
1 turn.
Could make 3 in your end step and then 3 during the attack
And then
and
sack them for
good grief.
1,307 damage.
Yes.
Ouch.
Budde's just hoping to see
Budde
another
10,
card.
Comer
Route.
12.
No. Sorry.
There it is.
When we started the Pro Tour, we didn't know how much skill there would be. One of our fears was that the Pro Tour would show that Magic didn't have as much skill as we thought it did. Anyway, so Kai starts doing all this stuff and winning everything, and then Richard Garfield one day looks, he goes, I didn't know the game was that skillful.
It is the 3rd consecutive game that involves turn 2 Samite Pilgrim. And Comer doesn't have a 2-drop
No
again.
bear. Jeez.
That's the
Ouch.
2nd game of the series.
People this weekend, right?
At least. I
Yeah.
think V may
Done?
have gone over as well. I'm not sure.
Budde 20, Comer 7.
This smells like a Simoon over here. You're at 7.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
So this
Simoon.
Is it Simoon?
This took 2 damage, right?
Yes, it did.
Uh-oh.
That would be very savage.
Air.
Get rid
Yes.
of as much as I can.
1, 1.
Oh,
my goodness.
As much as I can is not much.
Wow.
Oh.
Game
Oh.
2 goes to Budde.
Game 3,
Budde
yeah.
leads 2 games to 1.
I think that it's finally great to see a German player make it into the Hall of Fame, and I think nobody's more deserving than Kai Budde. When you go back to the days, there was, I don't even know how many Pro Tours this guy won. I mean, he won 3 Pro Tours in 365 days, I remember that. And like when he won the 3rd Pro Tour, I don't think anybody would have believed that that could even be possible. But back in the days, Kai just sat on his butt and played Magic 24/7 and put so much work in there that he was just, on the Pro Tour, he was unstoppable. Whenever I saw Kai play, he'd like almost never make a mistake. Like there was this one story when Kai mana burned for 1 because he played Fire with Nightscape Ephemerate in play, and that's pretty much the only mistake anybody ever remembers Kai making.
Winning the Pro Tour. And because if he wins here, it's like he wants to win this because if I win this, I'll probably get to go to the
Right.
Invitational.
Your turn.
That's a pretty big status symbol.
Didn't you always start with Island? Go.
No bear again.
A swamp, not a mountain. 3 times in 4 games. He goes 0 for his 7 bears.
Is that a swamp?
You go.
That is a swamp.
That is not in his main deck.
Swamp? Oh, Budde? Budde has the swamp. Whoa.
Sure.
Go.
Why does Kai have a swamp in play?
Unknown. Checking.
Did he take the sleigh? Is
Maybe.
there Curse Flesh in his sideboard for
No.
the assassin?
No. Tainted Well, not gonna do it. Think he boarded in the Tainted Well?
I do not think he boarded
There's
in
a
the game.
sleigh.
Yeah, sleigh. Yeah, I remember Alan almost took that sleigh. He looked at it long and hard because he was splashing black and it was good against
Go.
him.
Oh, jeez. Noxious Vapors is the discard card, right? That's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Homer
this has
failed to
have been
play
the
land
sleigh.
on turn 4.
Oh, boy.
Once again, no red mana.
I take 2.
And
Buddha
once
20,
oh,
Comer 18.
Once again,
those pilgrims are really beating against him, and now here comes the Air Force.
Legend.
Yeah, it just cycles an aggressive urge, trying to draw into some land.
I'm just.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Thunderscape.
All right.
Sure.
There's the insect
Zap.
again.
Yep.
Oh, Zap on Pilgrim is not bad.
No, not at all. Oh, another sack
And
land.
there's another land.
Wow.
That was a good turn.
That was a good turn.
Those weren't high draft picks, but that was a good turn.
That's
What's
not
this? Oh.
Out of the way.
good. Okay.
It'll be interesting to see if Kai probably took out the green.
This has to go.
Fatty?
What the?
Sure.
Huh.
That didn't sound good.
No, it isn't.
Oh, jeez!
Oh boy.
I don't know, maybe Booty's just trying to project an air of confidence.
Go.
Scare Alan. We shall see.
Send some more in. Yeah, trade it.
Buddha 20, Comer 5.
Turn this.
Sure.
Maybe he just thinks he can race it?
Acolyte.
Yeah, there's the
Oh,
acolyte.
Acolyte.
Go.
Acolyte with a plains untapped. That is bad times for Alan Comer. And good times for the German juggernaut.
So if I Moon here,
And you're in a
Oh,
very good shape.
well, I sure hope I draw Moon.
he wins here. Can Comer buy one more turn looking for that
Great.
Simoon? Trailblazer.
Elf.net.
Yep. Drain for 1. This is it. As long as, yeah, attack, drain for 1.
Go ahead.
3 Pro Tour wins for Kai Budde.
Attack you.
1.
We're trying to discuss his red zone.
20, Comer 1.
There it is.
Kai Budde.
Kai's the man. I mean, Kai, the combination of results, talent, dedication, hard work, ability, just unrivaled.
And I would just like to thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out everything else on the channel. Have a great day.